All right, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to look into this Triple T talking about Dagburn video that he put out when he was driving in his truck. And I want to look into what he's talking about. And, you know, I want to give my opinion about this whole thing right here, okay? I understand that Johnny is out there throwing strikes at everybody, false strikes, trying to get everybody's channel taken down, stuff like that. So I understand the whole thing. So let's get right into this, what he says.
There's a good possibility it could be taken.
So before this is what he's talking about. He's talking about how Johnny had struck his channel falsely, and then he's wrote a letter to YouTube about Johnny bullying him and stuff like that. This is what it leads to right here.
You are going to be so freaking flaming hot and mad. Well, I'll just say, Merle, you might want to put him in a padded room. And Melinda, I ain't gonna call you Merle. I apologize for that, Melinda. Listen, Melinda, I know a couple veterans that I know one in particular, my older brother. His wife recently passed about 6 months ago. And he's 5 years older than me. I'm 54, he's 59. He retired from the military. He makes about $4,000 off of retirement. He makes another $4,000 off his VA. That's $8,000. And he ain't got nobody to share it with. Melinda, if you want, I can hook you up.
So here we go. Trying to hook up Dagburn's wife with his brother. It's interesting, to say the least. Interesting to say the least. I'll have more comments about this in just a second. Let's just hear what he says.
Because he's into that freaky shit. Like, seriously. He likes women with no teeth. So, hit me up in my IG and I'll set it up for you. And you can dump that dirt bag and never have to work again. And he's right there in West Virginia, too. So, he lives real close to Paintsville. Just like a hop, skip, and jump away. And y'all can go on a date. He can, you can use him as a sugar daddy. And he can buy all the gifts you want, or meth, or whatever, whatever your cup of tea is. And you never have to work again. And then you can leave that loser that you so-called call a husband. Because, hell, he can't work. Or he's too lazy to work. So, Melinda, hit me up on IG and I'll hook you up on that. Okay? Like, seriously. And he's a good guy. Like, seriously. Hard worker.
I know he's clowning, and I know he's joking around. Before you people get on my comments and say, "Oh, he's just joking around, man. You can't take a joke." Blah blah. But let's continue to listen.
Got good work ethics. Like I said, his wife recently just passed. He just cashed in $250,000 life insurance. Now, you know what you can do with that money? And you get to cut that debt weight off of you? Melinda, come on. You've been cleaning bedpans all these years and taking care of the elderly at the nursing home. You can retire too. So come on, Melinda. Hit me up on my IG and I'll hook you up with my brother. Like I said, he's into that freaky shit. Like, he has no standards when it comes to women, I'm telling you. So you're right in his alley, and he'll take care of you.
So without saying it directly to her, he's basically saying Dagburn's wife has no standards and she's into freaky shit. Like she's a real freak. I mean, I know he's saying his brother is, but he's also basically saying that's the type of woman that she is.
I mean, remember how like Nicole System hooked up with that? I think that was her name, Nicole Simpson or Jessica Simpson or whatever her name was. You know, the model with the big tits who dated a 90-year-old, and she got all his inheritance. Yeah, he's that type of person. So he might have a couple more years on you, but all you gotta do is take your teeth out. You be hitting there like swimwear. Now,
So so now in order to get this wonderful life, all she has to do is take her teeth out. I'm going to stop it right there. That's all I wanted to discuss look at on that right there. Here's my situation with this. And of course I'm going to I'll probably get bashed on the internet for this, for actually, I'm not taking up for Dagburn. Okay. Everybody knows Dagburn has his ways and he's a troll, and people will come on here and say, well, you don't understand how he was. I was there, not there, but I was watching when Upchurch created this guy. I was a Upchurch fan, and I absorbed the content of him, his beginning. Upchurch is the creator of Dagburn, okay? And then from that point on, Dagburn did something very smart as far as his trolling goes, and learned from Upchurch how to troll people. He mimicked a lot of things that church did in order to get views, keep the subscribers that he got from the conflict, and actually grew his channel, getting more and more extreme. Now, and people are going to say, well, he said this about Triple T's wife and blah 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 blah. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably right. But at some point, somebody's got to step up and say, I'm better than you. It's like amazing to me in this country rap genre of reactors and whatever you want to call everybody, how many times people bring up family members. And I think it's a little too far. Um, uh, he may have, I'm sure Johnny said lots of things about T and his wife and so forth and so on. And it's pretty despicable if he did. But at the same time, when is somebody going to step up and say, I'm better than this? To make a whole skit about Dagburn's wife, when it was Dagburn that struck the channels. It's Dagburn saying everything, but yet we go after his wife. I don't like that. And I think that we as a community of people at some point have to say, enough's enough. We don't need to go after people's wives and try to set someone's wife up with your brother because she's a freak and she can take her teeth out and satisfy and pleasure a person. I just think that this went a little too far. And if, I'm sure there's going to people going to come on here and say, well, you can't say that. You went too far. Johnny goes too far every time. And I agree. I absolutely agree. He does go too far. But we all know, because we all know he is a troll. Johnny does nothing but troll daily. Period. At some point, you have to just ignore the troll, move on. But making attacks, going after people's wives, is, I think, in my opinion, is a little bit too much. Not only going after people's wives, but to insinuate that the woman's a freak and all she's good for is pleasuring a man with her teeth out, I think is a little too much. So anyway, that's my opinion on this. It may not go over well. I'm sure people are going to comment in my comment, and just I may even lose subscribers. I don't know. But to me, this went a little too far. Till next time, see ya.